Before this video starts, if you guys are new to the channel, subscribe. We are trying to hit 150,000 subscribers by the 1st of May. And as of right now, it's looking like we're going to be there or thereabouts. We are only 8,000 off. So yeah, if you guys like MyTEAM content and aren't subscribed, subscribe for most MyTEAM content on YouTube. But anyway, now let's get on to the video. What is going on, guys? DBG here, and this is another tier list. And this is the 2 guards tier list. I'm telling you guys right now, it is honestly between the 2 guards and the power forwards for the best position in my team. Crazily enough, the power forwards are in the conversation, but if you guys don't know, keep overalls down, most of the best small forwards have been moved to power forwards, so pretty much that's the reason why. So anyway, the 2 guard is a stacked position, and a lot of you guys might be thinking I'm nitpicking, and also some of your favorite cards might be in lower tiers, and that is perfectly fine. There is so many great 2 guards. Like, all of these cards pretty much are good, and there's so many good 2 guards that some of the best, some good, really good cards are going to be down in C tier. Maybe not good cards in D tier, but some good cards are going to be down here in C tier. And speaking of a good card that's going down to C tier, Allen Iverson is going straight down here. So Iverson, I like Iverson. I think he's an alright card. Do I think he's worth much? Not really. Do I think he's that relevant? Not really. Do I think he's better than Chris Paul? Not really. He's got no range extender. He's 6 foot tall. Yeah, sure, he's fast. He can go to the basket somewhat well. He's like a much worse Nate Robinson. Like, Iverson does not have much use anymore. Definitely cannot afford to play him at the 2. Even at the 1, he is nothing spectacular right now. Is he a good card? Yes. Is he a great card? No. And because of the quality of the players around him, I can't really justify putting him any higher than C tier. Like, I can't justify putting him in. You can maybe put him in B tier, but 100% not A or S tier. Even though I know for a fact there's going to be at least one comment saying that Allen Iverson is S tier, which is just straight up not true. Like, this list is just subjective. Like, you can't be objective with a tier list, but I can be objective with saying Allen Iverson is not an S tier player. Yeah, so David Thompson is going into D tier. Basically, his Amethyst is the same as him. 2, both of those guys are terrible. Like, the Amethyst is the exact same badge. The Amethyst is pretty much as good, but still doesn't change the fact that they're both awful. Just because he's better than a card that's 1 KMT doesn't mean he's not very good. Just because his stats, his overall shows 97 overall, does not mean David Thompson's good. This guy's terrible. He doesn't do anything well. Doesn't go to the basket that well. He's undersized for the 2. Doesn't shoot well. Doesn't have range extender. Isn't the best defender. He does nothing well. Next up is a guy that would have been well and truly in S tier for all the other months, but for this month he has gone down into A tier, and that is Ray Allen. So again, Ray Allen has suffered from the fact that, well, there's an awful lot of really, really good 2 guards that have been added into the game over the last couple of weeks, well, days pretty much. Ray Allen, again, shoots the ball really well. He no longer has steady shooter, thankfully. They took it off him. So that was a mistake I made in my 2 guard bracket video. But like, Ray Allen's obviously a really good card, goes to the basket well, but there are just better, straight up, there's just better cards. Is he in the top 5 or 6 wings in the game? Probably not. Is he top 10? Definitely. But there are definitely cards I would have over him. Well, this is me personally anyway, because I'm not the biggest fan of Ray Allen's release. Next up is Dwayne Wade, who is the first player in S tier. So Dwayne Wade, he's got like 59 Hall of Fame badges, which is like, it's incredible, but I said this and I was like, it's probably excessive. It's not just incredible, it's probably a bit excessive. 59 Hall of Fame badges, like, it's hard to even fathom that because there wasn't anywhere near that amount of Hall of Fame badges overall last year. But Wade he's a really good card, one of the best cards, if not the best card in the game. I think just purely animations wise, because I'm not the biggest fan of him, I would put T-Mac over him. But there's very few people in the world that have this Dwayne Wade card. So I'm actually breaking my tier list rule with this, and I'm actually putting the other Dwayne Wade card in, the pink diamond one. But now we're on to Jason Richardson. J Rich is C. Even at Galaxy Opal, he's C. He didn't get any upgrades. Like, when they're upgrading opals, anyone who has this card would be kind of hoping he's one of the opals they upgrade, but instead they upgraded Wade from like 30 Hall of Fame badges to 50 Hall of Fame badges, or 60 Hall of Fame badges, whatever it is now. And yeah, the likes of Dominique Wilkins with 9 Hall of Fame badges and Jason Richardson, or say Dominique with 8 and Jason Richardson with not many either, is again like it's kind of a low showing, and it's understandable why if you have either of those cards open you'd be very, very frustrated. But either way, he's just not spectacular. He's all right, usable definitely, but doesn't do anything particularly great. CJ McCollum is pretty nice, so I'd more so use him as a point guard than anything else because he is very, very undersized, but he shoots the lights out. He's got solid dunking, good at the basket, moderately well. He's actually quite a good defender as well. Well, actually, he's not awful on defense. He has clamps, so he's not just going to get burned by it, but he's not going to be a great defender either. And you know what? Bang smack in the middle, I think, is right for CJ McCollum. I definitely would have him over Allen Iverson at the 1 or the 2, so he's going in there. Then we've got Bradley Beal, who offensively is good, but you know what? He's got no clamps. And with the amount of great 2 guards in this game, just not having that 1 badge puts you automatically down in C tier. No matter how good the card is, and there's going to be another card up a little bit later that's fantastic, but it's going to go down into C tier just because of that badge. Because again, if you've got no clamps, your entire defense is in a bad way. And it's an unfortunate thing, like when I'd be looking at cards saying, look, cards need clamps, this X card needs clamps, if they don't have clamps they're useless, and it's an unfortunate truth. Like, it shouldn't be the case. It should not be the case where a card needs clamps. It should not be a case where if a card doesn't have a specific badge tree, worthless. But that's the way 2K has made this game. So, and again, because we are in complete chaos right now, which is what I'm going to call my team because we know it's chaos, it's just run. The fact that Bradley Beal doesn't have clamps is even worse now than it ever was because everyone is Hall of Fame quick first step and he's going to get exposed. A good offensive player but gets absolutely exposed on defense. Then we got Tracy McGrady, who is going up into S tier. A guy that is in the conversation with Dwayne Wade for the best player in the game. Straight up, he is in that conversation. While Wade has the Hall of Fame badge advantage, release-wise, a lot of people love Dwayne Wade's release. I just haven't got used to it. Straight up, I have not got used to it. I think T-Max release is one of the best in the game, which is probably because I've been using Brandon Roy a ton. I really like Brandon Roy as well. Tracy McGrady dunks on everybody, shoots the lights out. He's 6'8", so he's got a 4-inch height advantage over Dwayne Wade. And I'm not looking forward to the glitched or some other point guard T-Mac, which is coming at some stage this year. Like, we're getting another Opal T-Mac. There's no question about that. Or maybe we'll get a 98 overall Pink Diamond T-Mac, but we're getting another T-Mac. I don't know why anyone expected we won't, because we 100% will. And that card is going to be the best point guard in the game, maybe better than Dwayne Wade. So, as much as I like Wade, I think he has a shelf life of being arguably the best card in the game, but I think the argument is now between Tracy McGrady and Wade. I don't even think Giannis is in that conversation anymore. Next, we have got Drazen Petrovic, who is going right here into A tier. Funnily enough, right beside Ray Allen, who I think he's almost equivalent to. So, in my opinion, Drazen's a better shooter. They're both equal on defense, but Ray Allen's better going to the basket. It's preference. It is honestly, these 2 guys' preference. These 2 guys and Buddy Hield Pink Diamond are purely preference. Like, whoever you prefer. If I was to go by preference, I would say Ray Allen or Buddy Hield's probably my favorite. Buddy Hield's a small forward, so he's not going to be in this tier list. But Buddy Hield's my favorite, followed by Ray Allen, followed by Drazen. But I know people that don't miss with Drazen and would have Drazen over both of them. And I also know people that would have Ray Allen over both of them. So it's just personal preference with all those cards. And in my opinion, Drazen belongs right beside Ray Allen in the same tier. There's no question about it. Michael Jordan. S. I was going to put him in A tier because I am not the greatest at using Michael Jordan. But somebody played against me yesterday, trail cheesing with Jordan. And trail cheese is back, lads. It's back and worse than ever. Like, you cannot, like, the only way to stop trail cheese is by denying the pass. You literally can't guard trail cheese unless you physically block the shot. Like, I'll be diving at people for trail cheese and they'll be green to my face. It is the most overpowered thing because it triggers every badge. It triggers range extender, it triggers dead eye, it triggers difficult shots, triggers catch and shoot, triggers hot zone hunter. It triggers everything. So it's basically like impossible to contest unless you're physically on them before they get the ball. So if you're contesting late, it's a green every single time. So man, trail cheese is back and worse than ever. And Michael Jordan, was one of the few players I come up against that have killed me in Trail Cheese. But next up, we have got Dwayne Wade Pink Diamond. Dwayne Wade Pink Diamond, I'm going to... This is going to be a surprising one, but I'm going to put him down in B tier. Actually, yeah. And I'm going to tell you guys why. If you guys know what you're doing, you can abuse this Dwayne Wade card. And it's what I do. Anytime I see this card, I think, oh, sweet, I am going to have a field day. Because if you guys have watched me play and you're not new to the channel, you guys obviously know I run a lot of pick and rolls or pick and pops. I run screens non-stop. Problem with Wade is that he's got no pick dodger. Like, no pick dodger at all. He gets milled by screens. Like, he literally gets creamed by every single screen. And if you're a decent 3-point hunter, if you've got a Hall of Fame quick first step player, you literally run parallel to the baseline. You run sideways off a screen. Dwayne Wade gets creamed off it every time. And by the time he recovers, you're going to be wide open if he tries to recover. Or if they switch that screen, he's suddenly matched up with a big man. And you're at the advantage. So, he is such a liability in the pick and roll that he's going down a B tier. Dwayne Wade offensively would be an A tier. Even though I don't particularly like his release, he is fantastic. He's actually really good at guarding people one-on-one. Like, there is no question about it that most people would have Dwayne Wade in A tier. He's not quite S tier, but he is A tier. However, lack of pick dodger, for me anyway, with the way I play, I just abuse it every time I come up against him. And I just realized I'm less than halfway through this and we're about 10 minutes in, so we're going to go quickly through these. Reggie Lewis, or Brandon Roy, S tier. He's basically T-Mac light. He is a mini T-Mac. Like, T-Mac's better at almost everything, and he's 2 inches taller, but Brandon Roy is like only a tiny bit worse at everything. Reggie Lewis, C tier. So, the reason why Reggie Lewis is C tier, even though he's really good at going to the basket, is he's not the best shooter and no range extender, and again, it's a nitpick, but with how good this 2-guard tier is, or how good all the 2-guard players are, I have to put him there. And then James Harden is going to go down into C tier for the exact same reason as Bradley Beal. He's got no clamps, and in the chaos meta that is my team right now, he's outdated and going to get abused. However, I'm telling you this right now, if Bradley Beal does get a Hall of Fame clamps card, which is probably likely, he'll be up there with the Ray Allen and Drazen Petrovic because of his release. And if James Harden gets an even gold clamps card, but we know he's going to get a Hall of Fame clamps one because Steph Curry did, he's going to be up there in ARS tier. He's going to be fantastic. Now we got Vince Carter, A tier. Vince Carter, as much as I like the card, I do think he's a slightly worse Jordan. And I actually initially preferred Vince to Jordan, but the more I use Jordan, the more I've got used to release, the more I prefer him to Vince. They're both incredible cards. Vince is probably the best of all the A tier cards so far, but I just think he's that little bit below Jordan, and I think Jordan is probably the worst of the S tier cards. Then we got Clay, who I'm also going to put into A tier. Clay is again another one of those catch and shoot players. He's actually going to be a little bit taller and probably better suited as a 3-and-D guy than the other guys. Not the best going to the basket, but you know what? He's alright going to the basket. A pretty good card, and they seem to have fixed the Klay Thompson switch and the centers glitch. Eric Gordon, B tier. So, Gordon again has got a really nice release. He's quite fast, not the best dunker. Alright going to the basket though. But yeah, I'd say he's just okay. He's just going to be there. When you use him, he's just going to be there. He's not going to be a standout player, but he's also not going to look out of place. He's just kind of going to be there and chip in with a couple of points. As a glue guy, he's alright, but maybe a little bit overpriced for what he is. Zach LaVine is going into A tier. So, Zach LaVine is like... And I don't know about this one in a way, because Zach LaVine over Dwayne Wade, am I crazy? But especially if I was running him at the 2, I would take maybe Zach LaVine over him. I think he's still a really good dunker. He's still got a good release. And I cannot wait until we get Zach LaVine, like another pink time Zach LaVine or an opal Zach LaVine, which is, again, another inevitability, because he has the exact same release as Brandon Roy and Tracy McGrady, and we're basically going to get a better Brandon Roy. So, yeah, Zach LaVine is going to be fantastic later on in the year. And we got Kevin Martin. C. No range extender, which is a really weird one because he's got quick draw and an unbelievable shot and a good enough defender. Like, he's kind of bang average. No range extender again, so... And look, he's not even Reggie Lewis. Then we've got DeMar DeRozan, who I'm going to put into... I'm going to put him into A tier as well. So DeMar DeRozan is a really solid card. Can do everything. Can shoot from deep. Can go to the basket. Can defend. And again, Dwayne Wade looks more and more out of place in B tier. But because of the fact that me personally, I abuse him every time I play him, I'm putting him there. But again, DeRozan just... he does everything. He's a jack of all trades. There's nothing he can't do. So belongs in A tier. Donovan Mitchell, a 0.2 guard. I'm going to put him into B tier as well. He's basically like an Iverson type player with how fast he is, except he's a few inches taller. And also he's got gold range extender and a really good jump shot. So look, a really, really nice player. And for his price, you cannot go wrong, especially when he was in the locker code and he was like 2K MT. He was unreal. Then we have got J.R. Smith, who is going to go into A tier. So some people would argue J.R. Smith in S tier, but honestly, I just think his animations are not great and his stamina is a big factor. He has actually got really low stamina and gets tired really quick. So for that reason, I'm going to put him in A tier, not S tier. And he's way too good to be in B tier anyway. Do I think he's on even the higher A tier players? Not really. I think Ray Allen, Drazen, Vince, without question, are better. And probably LaVine and DeRozan. But I definitely have him above the B tier. Especially with the fact he can't play point guard. Devin Booker is going C tier. No clamps. Basically the exact same as Bradley Beal, except he's not as good as Beal. You could even make an argument for Devin Booker down here in D tier. But I'm gonna put him in B tier. But you can definitely make an argument for him to be lower. Victor Oladipo, I'm putting him in B tier, and there's an asterisk there that you need to either put a shoe on him or play him with a player with floor general and a coach which gives him plus ball control. He's got like 79 ball control. So he actually needs a fairly big ball control boost to be usable. Once he gets that ball control boost, he's fantastic. He's fantastic, but without that boost, he is almost unusable. So there's kind of like an asterisk there that like he's good, don't get me wrong, but there's kind of certain things you have to do to make him like play to his full potential. Terrence Davis, B tier. Just your overall, just a slight downgrade on Mitchell. Everything I said about Mitchell was slightly worse for Terrence Davis. Landry Fields, an interesting one who I'm putting into B tier. So I really like Landry Fields. I know a lot of people don't, but I think his release is really good. I think he's an overall just solid player. He's a really good defender. He's got decent eye to 6'7". He's quite good at going to the basket, but not great. And he's just in pure catch and shoot situations. If you have his release down, you can't get much better. He's going to be a glue guy, not be a main guy on your team, but you know what? For a glue guy for like 3 or 4 KMT, like even 4 KMT at Amethyst, you can't go wrong with a card like that. He's still really good value. Next, we got Kobe, who is going right up here into A tier. So Kobe Bryant, still to this day, some of the best animations in the game. And I'm telling you, I was about to say, oh, whenever we get Opal Kobe or Pink Diamond Kobe, let's be real. We're probably getting an Evo Kobe in the Thank You Kobe packs. Rest in peace to Kobe. But this card's still fantastic. Animations-wise, unbelievable. The trailing trees are really good as well. He can hit you with trail cheese anyway. And even though he's a diamond, he's still fantastic at that. And yeah, Kobe, without question, belongs here in A tier. Then we got Buddy, who I'm going to put into B tier. So, Buddy Hield, unlike his Pink Diamond, this one can't really dunk and is only a gold clamps player. The Pink Diamond is dunking everybody, but even without the ability to dunk, he's still a really, really solid shooter, one of the best shooters in the game. And I actually think Buddy Hield's release with goal quick draw is better than Hall of Fame quick draw, so he definitely deserves a spot in B tier. Lance Stevenson, no doubt about it, it's going A tier. So, Lance, again, shoots as well as anyone pretty much. Also goes to the basket really, really well. Dunks really well. Is a fantastic defender with clamps. Got quick first step, Hall of Fame as well. So you cannot go wrong with a card like Lance Stevenson, especially for the price. The best value card in my team right now, still to this day. Or maybe Jeff Green, but the two of them are the best 2 value cards. Then we have got Dion Waiters. He's going, especially when he's upgraded to Diamond, he's going B tier. You could make an argument that he's A tier, but nah, he's comparable to a Donovan Mitchell when he's up there at Diamond. Hall of Fame range extender, good dunk, not particularly fast, but you know what? For the time, it's mad that it was like 6 weeks ago when I'm talking about for the time. Like, it was in 6 weeks ago when I haven't had him fully evoed up, and he was fantastic. Like, he was absolutely fantastic. He carried my team for a while, but it's just the last 6 weeks have been crazy. They've been chaos, as I like to call it. But yeah, so what's it? Waiters belongs in B tier. Then we got Petrie going into C tier. Jeff Petrie, again, he's unbelievable offensively, no clamps, which is why he's down there with the likes of Harden and Bradley Beal. But I'm telling you, if we get an Amethyst Petrie, who's an upgrade, you're basically getting budget Dwayne Wade. He's got Dwayne Wade's animations, literally like all of them are Dwayne Wade's animations, and he's money. He's unbelievable. And hopefully, if he gets upgraded, he gets Pick Dodger, because that badge would set him back a little bit. And maybe, like, there could well be other cards here without Pick Dodger that are ahead of Dwayne Wade. It's a very specifically known thing that Wade doesn't have Pick Dodger. So if you know that, you can abuse Wade. And then Seth Curry, I'm gonna put him in. I'll give him a run in B tier. You know what? Really good shooter, good point guard, solid enough defender, and just overall decent card. He'd be like on the Jet Terry type level. Then we got Norman Powell, who doesn't bring much on offense, but is a solid defensive player. And you know what, for budget players, and just purely for like nostalgia reasons, and he was part of my last squad that I went 12-0 with, he's going down here in C tier. But look, this is what we have so far. Well, not what we have so far. This is what we have for the 2-guy tier list. Like, we've got a bunch of good cards, and I think a lot of people would say some of the cards in C tier are good cards, and I will agree. It's just there's a lot of great 2 guards in this game, and this is there. So if I forgot anyone, I'm sorry, but anyway, yep, that is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.